What if the biggest surprise about the Galaxy S26 Ultra isn't the cameras, the design, or even the S Pen, but something hidden right under the glass you touch every single day? Sounds mysterious, right? Stick with me, because what I'm about to share could change the way you see this phone entirely. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the very end, because the most interesting part is there. Now, the S26 Ultra is finally out in the open, and people are already comparing it to last year's model. At first glance, you might think it's just another small step forward. But once you look closer, the story gets a lot more interesting. The very first thing you'll notice is the design. For years, the Ultra line has been known for its sharp, boxy look. That squared-off shape made it stand out, gave it a certain identity. This year, though, Samsung has softened the edges. The corners are rounder, the back feels smoother in your hand, and the whole phone just comes across as easier to hold. If you've ever thought of the Ultra as too sharp or too heavy, this design might win you over. But at the same time, something feels a little unusual. Longtime fans are already saying it doesn't look as powerful, that it's lost some of that Note DNA. Personally, I miss the old aggressive look, but I also see why Samsung made the change. Comfort matters on a phone this size, and once you spend a little time with it, the rounder style grows on you. Now, the good news everyone wanted to hear, the S Pen is still here. When the first leaks showed off this softer body, a lot of people feared there wouldn't be room for it anymore. But the slot is safe, and the pen hasn't gone anywhere. It's still tucked neatly inside, ready whenever you need it. Samsung recently updated the S Pen on their tablet with a thicker, more pencil-like tip, and while this phone's pen looks almost the same as before, I wouldn't be surprised if the tip feels sturdier than older versions. If you've ever worn down those thinner tips too fast, you know how big a difference this could make. Cameras, of course, are where people pay the most attention. On paper, the S26 Ultra doesn't look like a massive upgrade, but the details matter. The 3x zoom camera has gone from 10 megapixels to 12. That doesn't sound huge, but it's actually a solid bump in sharpness. When you zoom in on a photo, those extra pixels help reveal finer details. The main and periscope lenses are also letting in more light thanks to wider apertures. In real-world use, this means better photos in low-light conditions, less grain, and stronger depth in portraits. Videos should look cleaner too, especially at night. These are the kinds of changes that don't make flashy headlines, but can quietly improve your everyday shots in ways you'll notice right away. Charging is another big story. Until now, Samsung has been frustratingly slow with wireless speeds. 15 watts felt outdated. With the S26 Ultra, Samsung is finally adopting the Qeta standard. That means magnets built into the phone itself, so charging pads snap into place with perfect alignment every time. No more hunting for the sweet spot. The only mystery is how much faster it will charge compared to before. Samsung hasn't said, and that makes me wonder if they're keeping expectations low or planning a pleasant surprise. But here's where things get tricky. Reverse wireless charging, or what Samsung calls wireless power share, might be in danger. Google dropped it on the Pixel 10 because Qeta magnets interfere with the tech. If Samsung follows, it could be gone here too. On the other hand, if Apple makes it work on the iPhone 17 Pro, you can bet Samsung will do whatever it takes to keep it. This isn't really about possibility, it's about choice. The technology can be done, but will Samsung bother investing the extra effort? That's the real question. There's also a small but important detail about those magnets. They're sitting very close to the camera module, which has grown larger thanks to those wider apertures. Samsung had to add a camera island this year to balance the design, otherwise one huge lens would stick out awkwardly. It looks cleaner this way, but the magnets being so close to the bump could mean some third-party accessories won't fit perfectly. Samsung's own accessories will work fine, but if you rely on third-party gear, it could get frustrating. And now, here's the part that really caught my attention, the display. Everyone expects it to be brighter and sharper, But Samsung might be hiding something much cooler. A feature called Flex Magic Pixel. Imagine you're on a train, texting someone or entering your banking password, and the person next to you tries to peek at your screen. With this tech, the phone can instantly narrow the viewing angle, making your screen appear dim or unreadable from the side. No privacy screen protector needed, no extra accessories, just built-in protection. To me, that's the kind of innovation that feels futuristic, useful, and actually relevant to everyday life. So is the Galaxy S26 Ultra perfect? Of course not. The rounder design won't make everyone happy. Reverse wireless charging might disappear. Charging speeds are still a question mark. But the subtle improvements in cameras, the comfort of the new design, the built-in chat magnets, and that rumored privacy display give it a personality of its own. It may not be a reinvention, but it feels like a thoughtful step forward. Now, I want to know what you think. Do you love the softer curves, or do you miss the old boxy style? Would you be upset if reverse wireless charging was gone, or is it something you never really used anyway? Drop your thoughts below because I'm really curious to hear your take on this. And make sure you watch until the very end of my videos because I always save the most interesting details for last. If you're excited to see where Samsung's new display technology could take us, you're going to love what's coming next.